My name is Lila Rosario. I'm a professional dancer. I was born in Brooklyn, New York, the youngest of 3 girls, and yes, I was spoiled by my dad. My love for dancing started when I saw Jennifer Lopez on stage. Growing up, I had many goals, but dancing was my all. From cheerleading to after-school dance competitions, I did it all.
My name is Gia Silva. I'm Layla's bestie and business partner. We have definitely seen everything together. We've crashed rehearsals, given fake names to get into private parties, added ourselves to guest lists when no one was looking. But I'll stop there. When I first saw Layla dance, I knew she had it. For me, it was fun. For her, it was a language and rhythm she spoke fluently.
In my junior year of high school, I met 2 girls during cheerleading tryouts, Gia and Lady. It was like a love dance-off at first sight. We became inseparable. We did almost everything together. It was so cool to have them around. My sisters were not into dancing like me, so none of what I did fascinated them. It was just a bunch of jumping around. We were the Cheetah Girls knockoff. Then we met Noemi. She loved fashion and was really good with business. Enter Destiny's Child into the chat. I continued to do shows, videos, even theater. That's when my life changed. I was getting booked and needed a manager. Noemi was great at reminding me about my jobs. I told her everything I had on my calendar. It naturally came together. This was it. I'm going to be on stage with my favorite entertainer. I remember all of us meeting up at the restaurant. But Noemi was late. When finally she showed up, she was so happy and hugging me. It was like it was happening for her, too.
I was so proud of Layla. This was her moment. But something was off with Nomi. Her happiness seemed forced, and I've seen this from her before. When it comes to Layla,
I was on such high energy, and Noemi seemed to spring into real manager mode. We sat down and put together this great release. It was her idea. She wanted everyone to know that I was going on tour. She was contacting bloggers, friends, but something was wrong.
I started to grow concerned for Layla, but it quickly grew into suspicion when I saw another dancer I knew talking about the first rehearsal. He asked me about her. Like, where was she?
As she was spreading the news, I still didn't get the rehearsal dates. She told me not to worry. It was under control. I looked for the emails from the show's producer. I saw other dancers online talking about the rehearsal. I went through every email, spam folder, my phone for missed texts. Nothing. I called Noemi. She didn't answer. I then called the producer to ask why I hadn't received the call sheet. She said, "We sent you information. You never responded. We called. It went straight to voicemail." I was devastated. How did this happen? After I checked my emails, someone deleted the messages. Their number blocked. I quickly realized it was Noemi. She had access to everything. Not only was she my best friend, she was also my manager.
She received the messages and calls too, but she ignored them. And she did it on purpose. I confronted her. She denied it at first, but realized it wasn't working. How could someone support you, then sabotage you?
No words. I was completely blindsided by Noemi. I trusted her. She wanted to be close to me, but for all the wrong reasons. I couldn't even look at her. She was jealous of me the entire time. There were so many signs, and I dismissed them. I now question our entire friendship. She's never apologized. She's never said why she did it. That's the part that really hurt.
This interpersonal interaction is not uncommon. The primary term for a person who acts like a friend but secretly despises and competes with you is a frenemy. This portmanteau of friend and enemy displays disguised disdain, uses competitive behavior while maintaining a facade of friendship.
I've come to terms with what happened between Noemi and me, but I have struggled a lot with trusting people other than my family. Something like this changes how you look at everyone, especially when a few people couldn't believe she actually did those things to me. That was more scary than anything. Who would believe it, right?
It's not surprising to hear it's taken Lila some time to trust again. After anyone encounters narcissistic behavior such as this, the victim is usually more cautious. Lila was accepting of Noemi's sometimes odd instances because she genuinely cared about her. Noemi was calculating from the beginning of their friendship. She never liked her. Based on the actions both Lila and Gia has shared with me, there may have been a secret competition happening. If Lila accomplished a goal, Noemi would follow with a similar announcement.
I've since stopped being friends with Noemi. There was no way our friendship could possibly survive after seeing how wicked she is. Layla became withdrawn for a while. I couldn't blame her. I missed talking to her every day, but I overstood the emotions she may have been feeling. After time, she came around, and we're once again inseparable.
Here we go. I am Noemi Pero Alves. I'm a marketing manager, and I used to manage the career of Layla Rosario.
It's very rare for a narcissist to admit any wrongdoing. Your emotional compass is a game to them.
I've watched Noemi fleece an entire conversation when it came to Layla expressing joy. I've called her out over it. She would always tell me I was overreacting. But I wasn't. I guess deep down, I felt there was jealousy, but I too didn't want to believe it because we were all so close.
First off, I'm not jealous or envious of anyone. And I never tried to stop Layla's career. Everyone came at me like I was some sort of criminal.
It's not surprising to me how Noemi is not taking accountability for her actions.
Mistakes happen. I tried to explain that. But everyone felt better about saying I intentionally tried to stop Layla's big moment. She still went on to dance on tour and has made a name for herself. So, why are we still here?
When it comes to one-sided relationships such as Layla's and Noemi's, several key factors remain. The finish line, you can have, just not as much as me, and lastly, the inferiority complex. When you look at Noemi's overall accomplishments and resume, she appears to have it all, which plates all three perspectives above.